No more lateral violence. No more of that. Always truth, always love, always not talking behind anybody's back. Just be truthful in front of them. Like, let's do this in honor of that person and not feel bad if I don't deserve this or whatever, because I know the parents are going to feel like that. But you do deserve it. You know why? Because you're a mom and you're a dad. And I know there's a couple of grandparents. Your grandma, grandpa. That's a big role too, because more importantly, you're going to be sharing history with the kids. Your history, their history, and it's got to keep going. And then you got to instill that in all of our children, that they have to carry like a platter of all the gifts, all the memories of, like in Josette's case, she's a great grandmother. She's blessed that many times over, having beautiful great grandchildren, Emma and Julia. And to me, there's no special honors being here to be a great grandmother. And I want you to know that because of Josette's great grandchildren, we get to share that with her and Luke and Tony and Tracy, all her family, knowing that we could be there for them too and make an impact. You have to make an impact. You have to do something for somebody with no holds on it. Give a gift of words. You don't always have to buy things from the store for your children. The most important gift you can give them is your knowledge, your truth. Everything we shared with you, remember those lessons the best you can. And if you forget them, that's okay. Go back over your notes again. And I really encourage you that our responsibility in that we're teaching our nephew Luke 7 generations behind us and 7 generations forward, and then we hand it off to your great grandchildren. So now already that's 4 generations from you, and then another 3 more in honor of great grandma, great granduncle, great grand auntie, that we continue to role model as best we can. Let the kids know that we make mistakes too. I love listening to our stories, that we are still learning about ourselves. Be humble. That's what humbleness is. Be truthful. Be respectful. Courageous. Wise. Always reciprocity. That means what you give out, it comes back and it keeps going. That you don't hold on to it too long. You give it back out to somebody else. I loved all the lessons that all the parents learned, and sharing Josette's story about being in residential school. How impactful and how brave she was in sharing her stories. We were lucky to have her with us during those times, and everybody looked after her. She even got a beautiful coat from one of the moms, and she wore it faithfully, but it also kept her warm. So I love that the people take that extra care for you. So I'm going to show the blanket in the way we honor our parents. And now I've made my headbands all squished. I'm holding it too much. So what we usually do, we have a beautiful blanket here, and Lekeyten or Josette, can you stand up and then I'll put it around you. and then you'll be warm at the same time. So what normally I forgot the safety pin that she's going to hold here. And the blanket was put around her shoulders. And then, sorry, I grabbed I'll put the yellow one on, it's sunshine color. And what normally they have is, sorry Josette, a little bit of dirt on there.
Took my hat off.
And there's usually two women. If it's usually women are working and doing this kind of blanketing, and that's their role in the ceremony. So usually someone is helping me put the blanket around the recipient, who is Josette today, and the headband represents. Lekeyten, show your cedar headband. He's wearing a cedar. That's normally what it was, or it's made out of sheep wool. This is red cedar that he made, and or in this case we have a bandana that we put on Josette, and it represents everything with good thoughts. You have good thoughts, and that we have good thoughts, because if I was working, I would have a headband on, not necessarily a blanket, but if I did have a blanket that's really traditional, it would be over my right shoulder and across my chest and pinned here. And the meaning of that blanketing is that I'm doing my work with a good mind and a good heart. And then in this case, for our beautiful Josette, we're honoring her with our love and our respect, and that the blanket in traditional ways used to be made out of either cedar, like a cedar shawl, which took a long time to make because you'd have to prepare a year ahead, and or a goat, mountain goat wool, and then they did all the preparations for the wool. They colored the wool depending on it. It might be just straight white, or they might color it with berries or cedar. You can sit down, Josette. And thank you. And we pin here, and she would usually have maybe in your family, like if you, the parent, usually the husband's with you, and we blanket him as well, and or the other way around, if the husband's in, they blanket the wife as well. And we make sure all the parents have a blanket. The blankets we had last year had symbols on it. We had a buffalo, we had a bear, we had a deer, we had salmon. There's so many beautiful blankets out there. But the idea is that we honor you, the parents. She's the parent today. And that we've honored all her work, all her thoughts, everything that she did during those 9 weeks. And that we are thankful that she has made it to the end in learning and continues to learn. That it's not just 8 weeks, it's forever, for as long as you have your children. And to me that's very, very fitting, because our children are our children till we're gone. So that's a big responsibility to have, to be there to support them, but also the families. Each parent that came, you now are a community. And friendships have grown from the parenting programs. It's just amazing to see that. We still have parents that are good friends with the parents they went through with, and that's like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and they're friends.